This conference will now be recorded.
Okay. So HTML, right? And coding techniques also I told in yesterday class. And so HTML coding and what we are going to see in development class, all those things I have so showed you to yesterday, right? Okay, nice. And HTML, just a recap, guys. So what is the HTML, what is the web browser, and what is the web server and web pages, all the things we have seen, right? So web browser, yeah. So browser means it will use to parse, okay, the HTML or CSS, whatever it may be, documents, so into output, okay, with the help of some background code they will do, so to parse it. And web server means, so it is used to store the documents or videos, whatever it may be, okay, that's called generally web server. And web pages and website means website is nothing but a group of pages. And what is web page? Web page is nothing but a document in the server. So so browser will pull the document and display as an output in a single page. That is called a web page. Okay. And next, HTML code. And while writing the HTML code, so first, what are the things you need to remember? HTML start. So tags are there. HTML means you need to remember the tags. Okay. So if you open a tag and you should close the tag, remember. Okay. And inside the tags you can use again HTML tag. Inside again HTML tag. Inside again HTML tag. So it's nothing but an infinity loop. Okay. So it's like a never-ending love story. So never-ending loop. Okay. So I have opened this one tag and I have to close this one, right? So you are a, I mean beginners, right? So you know less than greater than, right? So do it like that. It is open, and if you add like this is called close. Okay. And you can use HTML tag here. So many HTML standard tags are there that you are going to use it. Just you are going to use the existing tags only, like that. Okay. So this is the syntax, and in between if you want to use tags, right, you can use like that, your wish. Okay. And outside also if you want you can use tags, like I said, right, it's a infinity loop kind of thing. So inside many number of tags. If you open it and you need to close it. Okay. That's what. And next we have discussed about the skeleton. So these are the HTML tag, main tag, and close it. Okay, done. Okay. And inside whatever tags you have used and whatever you have written, the text or anything, so the system will consider as, oh, this is a HTML code, like that. Okay. Like yesterday I told, right, so this property belongs to this person. How can we know? So because if they put a board on that property land and we get to know, oh, this property belongs to some so and so X person. So like that, how could we know whatever code we have written? So here, so does it belongs to HTML or does it belongs to some other so coding? So because this HTML tag, okay, and this is the topmost tags, and inside, so next tag is what? Head tag. And if I open the tag, right, and I told, right, for beginners you can do like that, open it and close it, and you can write the tag. What is the next tag? Head tag. So I opened, right, written like that, and after backslash you can write like that. Okay, open and close like that. And next tag is what? Body tag. Okay. So body written, and after slash I have written that open, close, open and close. Okay. So next, head tag purpose I told. What is the purpose of the head tag? Only for particular purpose only we can use head tag. Like if you compare with human being, so our head is represents this HTML head tag, and our body represents HTML body tag. Body tag, body means it contains whole hands, legs, and every part of the so human body, like heart, everything. And head contains eyes, these kind of things, only for that purpose, right? Same way here. So head tag purpose is what? Only to do some kind of things, like I told yesterday. We can use library files, metadata files, some style sheets, okay, So for these kind of things only we can use head tag and title, and body tag will be used so for HTML code fully. Okay, if you want to display anything, so in a HTML you can use body tag. Even if you can compare this thing with email. Okay, if you go to email, in email also headers are there, body is there, right? So whatever you are going to read, the content, right, matter will be written only in the body tag. And in the head, okay, email headers generally what it contains: subject and to CC BCC address. This is so for head, email header, right? And body contains the main content, what you are going to send an email, so that is available in the body tag. Okay, that is the purpose. So main content you can write in the body tag, and the particular things you can write in the head tag. Okay, so right now particular one of the particular content is what? Title tag. Okay, yesterday I told, right? I'm just recapping, guys. Open and close. And what is the next tag? HTML tag? Title, title, title. And this benefit also we have seen already. Okay, and the body tag contains all HTML tags you can write here. So tags you can write here, so to display as output like email body. Okay, that's it. And yesterday we have seen one example, and this is the example yesterday, right? My development class title and where it displayed and all the things we have seen. And yesterday we have seen some more tags, header. Okay, so this H is nothing but a header tag. Header means, so what is the benefit of this tag? And I told yesterday, right, one point, while you are going to learn coding, you need to remember two things. One thing is, what is the benefit of this tag? What is the use of this tag? That is the main thing you need. And once if you know, right, and the next important part is what, where we need to use, how to declare. Okay, how means the syntax, we already know how to declare it. And in Google you get the tag names, you don't bother about how. And where also I told, in the body only generally you can use, where also you know. So you don't need to worry about where, and you don't need to worry about how also. Just you need to worry about what is the benefit of this tag. That's it. What is the use of this tag? Okay, and one more point I told, observation. A keen observation is very important while so you are learning a development classes. Not only Salesforce, not only Java, not only C, not only .NET. Whatever technology you are going to learn, development, I mean coding technologies, you need to have a keen observation. Okay, so let's open that page. And this is the HTML page yesterday created in my local system. So now my local system is acting as a server, web server. Okay, and this file I can open in the browser. Okay, browser can parse this HTML file and will display as an output. And I can open with the help of any browser, but I always prefer Google Chrome. It has so many benefits, that is the reason. Now you can see here. Okay, this is the output. So generally, so this is body. So from here bottom, whatever you are seeing an output, that is body. And header, so here in the header is there, right? So you can see the title here. You can see what is this one, my development class. From where you can see this one name, from title. Okay, that's it. And headers H1 to H6, number 6 are there, right? So 1 means big size, going to 6 means small size. 1 to 6 size. So that is the benefit of the 1 to 6. Next, header tag benefit is what? It will display the text in a bold. Okay, it is a normal and it is a bold, thick bold. Okay, and size will be described based on the 1 to 6 numbers. That's it, right? Nice. And the next we will see other tags. Okay, and HTML tags. So I will tell about the few of the tags, and the remaining tags you can go to Google and I will show you the path, everything, and you can work on that. What are the tags we have seen, guys? Head, body, header. Next, that's it, right? So paragraph. Bold. Just remembering what are the tags. Div, table, span,
line break, beer,
UL, ULI. So important tags which so we are going to use in daily life. Okay, in Salesforce. That tags only I am using here. Remember. And in market we have so many tags. This we don't use. However, let me tell, no problem. But based on like this, we have another tags. That is the reason. Break, yes. Thanks. Enough, I think so. Okay. So let's see one by one. Paragraph tag. Okay. So let's use paragraph. I told, right? All HTML tags you can use inside the body. Okay. This is the skeleton in body only. You can go into write it. Okay. Now let's see here. Keen observation I told, right? Here I have written so 2 lines. I have written these statements in 2 lines, but in output it is displaying in a single line. Okay, and in output it is displaying in a single line. So I want to display these 2 in 2 lines only. So listen carefully, requirements are very important. So these 2 statements as it is I want to display as it is here also as it is. So what I can do, and there are so many examples are there. So we can put these 2 tags inside the paragraph tag. What I am going to do is paragraph tag. P means paragraph. I opened, right? I need to close it. Okay, paragraph. So paragraph means generally you know, right? So 1 line, 2 lines, 3 lines, 1 paragraph. It represents 1 content kind of thing. That okay. Keep in between the tags. That's it. Okay, save it. I have saved this file with the help of Control S and go to output, just refresh the page. And now you can see here. So in 2 statements I have so displayed. See here, here and here. And here some gap will be taken by paragraph. By default, paragraph will take the so gap, guys. Okay, you don't bother about that one. Once want to tell block. Okay. Next. So that's what, right? Okay, nice. That is the one benefit. And if you want, you can keep this statement also inside the paragraph tag. Okay, and keep it like that. So that next, if I am going to write anything, right? So what happens that will display in a next line. Let's see here. 3rd line. Okay. So what will happen? You can see here. Either you can write or whatever it may be. Just go there and refresh it. 3rd line will be displayed in a 3rd line only. So what happened? What is the use of the paragraph tag? One benefit is what? It will display, okay, so in a separate section kind of thing, like block. What is the name of this one, guys? Remember, block. Paragraph tag is a block. Remember, block means some part. Okay, and let me show you how it expect. It occupied from left to right. It's like you know, right? Movies. So if you go to, I mean, school days, right? What can I do? Hostel. So hostel means suppose 10 members are there in a room, right? So 10 members they can stay in a room in a hostel. So for each member, some space will be allocated. Am I right? Some space. So that space belongs to that person only, right? So like that. So paragraph tag will occupy from left to right whole space. You want to see? So right click on it one. Let me show you. Right click and inspect it. Okay, and you can see here. Okay, can you see from left to right paragraph tag? Okay, you can see here left to right at the end of the screen. You can see here from here to and here. My mouse, observe my mouse. So this page belongs to one paragraph tag. Remember. Okay, like that. So that means what? Left to right, it occupied fully. So if you write, see, that means you can see here this paragraph tag occupied so full space of that full screen from left to right. Even though any paragraph, not only that one, any paragraph, if you start and end it, so that paragraph will occupy from left to right fully. That is called block. Okay, that is called block. Remember. Okay, and if you write here in a code, you can write anywhere, no problem. But in an output, right, this will not display in the same line because the paragraph is ended here. So that means what? From here to here, totally will be displayed. The place is provided. So from left to right thoroughly, and you can see here, and for the next paragraph also. The space is provided fully from left to right. That is the reason third line you have written in the code right side, but the space is not occupied by third line because of that one is occupied by paragraph tag. Okay, now I want to display the third line in the same line. So put this third line inside the paragraph tag or full stop like that. So however, paragraph tag has provided the space, right? And you can see here now third line will be is displaying in the same line only. Okay, and check what about a header tag. Even header tag also occupied full space from left to right. Okay, left to right. This is very important, guys. Okay, don't take it as a silly point. Block is very important from left to, so few tags will not occupy full space. Remember, few tags will occupy from left to right. Even with the help of CSS, we can cut it. It's not a problem. Okay, with the help of CSS, right? So we can ask paragraph tag to occupy only till this place also. That we can do later. But now, so the basic property of that paragraph tag you need to remember: full space. That is why. So whatever code I have written, that will display. So in a next line. Suppose now next. Okay, so many lines I have written in a single paragraph. What will happen now? Go and check it. You can see here. So now see the paragraph tag. So from here to here, one single paragraph. Okay, sorry, here, and this is in another paragraph. Let's see how much space it is occupied. It occupied from left to right fully, and next from top to bottom. So two lines it is occupied. Can you see? Because some text is there, so it will expand. Remember, it will expand. So top to bottom it will expand, but from left to right it is fixed. You need to remember, from left to right it's fixed, and it will expand from top to bottom based on the data. Okay, and even if you provide more data, and you can see it occupied more space from top to bottom. Okay, see it. So single paragraph, it started here, it ended here, and go over here, refresh it. You can see the block. Okay, from top to bottom it expanding, but from left to right it is fixed. Okay, so don't remember from top to bottom, but remember from left to right. Paragraph tag will occupy full space. So that's all about the paragraph tag. Next, HR, horizontal row. Let me write it here. You can get it, no problem. HR, horizontal row. I will show you guys where you can get all these tags. So horizontal row, Now let me show you the requirement. So now what I am going to do is, after header tags, I want to put a row, one dash. I want to put a full dash from left to right. Okay, one line I want to add it like this kind of line. Okay, not like that, like this kind of line. I want to add from left to right. Okay, after so this header tags. So now I need to go to code, and here, so to get this kind of line, you need to use a HR tag. HR is nothing but a horizontal row. So this is what horizontally occupying row, right? Yes. Next, where I need to add non-techies. So you can observe keenly what is my requirement. After all these header tags I want to add. So that means you need to go to code, and where are the so tags which are finished, header tags. So here it is finished. Okay, and here paragraph sum. So they are asking in between header and paragraph, they are asking a horizontal row. So what I can do is I can keep that horizontal row tag here. Okay, and what is the syntax for horizontal row? You need to open the tag and you need to close the tag, and HR, open it, HR, close it. So this is what you are going to use there, right? Okay, go here and you can keep non-techies. Okay, so starting days you can write like that, and once you are able to write properly and you are able to understand, then so you can directly type it, no problem. Okay, HR, next, refresh it. So can you see horizontal row, it is also occupied full block from left to right, it occupied. Okay, and you can see the space from top to bottom also. So if you have any doubts what exactly it is, right, inspect it, Google Chrome, use it. Okay, and you can click on this one. What is this one? Arrow symbol, right? Click on this one, and so wherever you want you can keep it. Where is the horizontal row? This is right. Keep your mouse, just click on it. That's it. Once you click on it, and you can see elements. However, I will tell you guys these things later also, but right now, so you need to understand little bit things at least about this. So debugging tools, okay, these tools. So elements, right? You can see elements, and so this is the HR tag. In the elements, what is there? Whatever code you have written, that will be there in the elements. Can you see? Let's see what code I have written, HTML, all these things, right? You can go here and this code only you have written, I have written. Okay, HTML, you can see header and I can see the body. This is the code I have written, and you are going to see the output thoroughly, where it is available in the elements. And console will be used for JavaScript purposes, and that we can see in the JavaScript classes. And sources will be also related to JavaScript only, that we will see later. And network, generally your network. Okay, so your network means your local network, how it is working, and the site is how much seconds it is loading, all these kind of things you can see the perform also. Okay, you don't need to go to all these kind of things, and the main three things are elements, console, sources. These three are very important, and console and sources I will tell in the JavaScript class, and you can see about the elements. And also you need to look about this one. So like what is this one? Toggle device, remember, again I will teach so about the device in CSS classes. You don't bother about that one. Devices means what? How many devices are there in the market? Mobile is one device, laptop is one device, iPod is one device, a big screen is one device. Big screen means, so you can think like, oh, laptop is a big screen, right? Why you are saying big screen? More than that, in companies, if you go companies, right, they will give a big screen like 19 inches big screen. Your laptop is 15 inches might be, but if you go to companies, they will give so big screens like 19, 18 inches big screens they will give along with your laptop, along with your desktop. So some companies will give two big screens. And elements contains this one, right? So let's I want to see this one, mobile tags, right? In a high level I am telling, but in CSS class I will tell you thoroughly these things. So you can see this one, iPod. So can you see here? These are what? iPod and Galaxy S5. So it looks like this. Galaxy S5 means. That's what they are going to say. Tell you. Pixel 2 mobile. The code I have written. So if you want to open the code in that Pixel phone, the look is like this. That is what they are going to tell you. iPhone 5. So my code, my output will be displayed in the iPhone like this. Okay. Next, iPhone 6, a little bit big size. My code output will be displayed like that. iPhone X and iPod, my code is like this. Okay, and inches, right? So width and height, can you see? So width and height is changing here. Okay, this one left, this one right. That I will explain. And percentage, if you want to increase, you can increase it. Okay, iPad Pro, landscape, and so those things also will be there. See here, landscape, and like that also. Mobile left side, if you keep like that, if you keep tightly, okay. And responsive also you can see. Do okay, like this also. Grab this one. And all these things I can explain in CSS in detail. I will with showing the output. Okay, let's see. So now I want to remove this. So touch pads and all those kind of things I want to see only in my laptop. What I am going to do is again you can see here it is highlighted, right? Toggle device. Second one. Okay, in the tool, inspect element tool, second one, click on it. It will go away. That's it. If you click on it, it will display. Go here and check it here. Okay, and uncheck it. And next, so these styles I will explain in CSS classes. Right now, no need. That's it. Okay, in a high level, what is what? In a overview, I have explained, and now you can see everything elements right here. Okay. Suppose I need some change. Okay, see here one more thing. Are you observing one more thing? If I keep my mouse on my code elements here, and that is highlighting there, can you see? Go to header one, it is highlighting there. You want to see here, and here it is highlighting and showing exactly how much space it is occupied. Exactly, the blue color is the exact space, so it is occupied, and the red color top and bottom, red or orange is there, right? Can you see? On that first HTML page element top, you can observe here, guys. Okay, you can observe here, and I keep my mouse here in the code. Okay, let's see. And those are called so like padding kind of things, margin kind of things that we will discuss in our CSS classes. Extra space also will be occupied. And I keep my mouse on H2 element, and you can see, okay, output how much space it is occupied. Okay, this is what you need. And paragraph, I keep my mouse in the paragraph, and you can see. And I keep my mouse on the HR tag, and you can see how much space it is occupied. Okay, or directly I want to see my element space directly by keeping. So in that situation, what you are going to do is, so go to first arrow symbol is the right, click on it directly, and take your mouse and keep wherever you want. Here and here and here and here and here. You can see here description in the top pop-up, right? You can see P on the top of this one. Can you see P? So 1247 pixels width it is occupied, 108 pixels height, and the color is that black color. Font, those are CSS things again. Okay, that we will see again later. Okay. Next, underline tag. So suppose I have written something and I want to keep underline for my what is this one? This one for the first page, or no, for this one I want to so keep underline. Underline, you know, right? How it looks? Underline means it looks like this. So on bottom of this one underline so will be added. here. So from here to here underline will be there. That is called underline. Okay, U means what? Underline. Okay, so underline tag. How to add underline? What is this element? Third element, right? Okay, let's go over here. Go to the code. Which one? First, second, third. For this one, I want to make it underline, right? So which text you want to keep underline, right? Keep the text inside of the U tag. So write U tag like this. Okay, open and close it. What text you want to keep underline? Cut the text and keep in between underline tag. Save it. I have opened underline tag and closed it. And I told, right, inside of the tag you can write a again tag. It is like an infinity loop. Based on the requirements, you can keep use inside again another tags also like that. Okay, HTML will allow. That's what this in yesterday class we have discussed. And can you see underline tag? So this is called underline tag. Automatically underline will be happened. Okay, next bold. Okay, I want to make so thick. Suppose without using header tag, with the help of header tag I can make thick or bold, but without using header tag, and I don't want to increase the size of this one. See here, and this text I want to make it as a bold, guys. Only this text I want to make it as a bold, or only this third line I want to make it as a bold. Only third line I want to make it as a bold, and I don't want to increase the size like that. With the same size, just bold only. So what I need to do is I need to go to third line text, and I know, so if I want to make any tag, I mean text as a bold, I know the tag name. What is the tag name? B tag. Okay, so let's write a B tag here. Open and close B tag. I opened it and I closed it. What text you want to make it as a bold, right? Cut the text, keep it in between the B tag. That's it. Okay, save it now. Okay, now go and just refresh. Observe it. It is not a bold right now. Now it is a bold. That is called keen observation you need. So it is a bold and it is a normal. And text size is not increased, and automatically it will display in the bold. Okay, and like that total paragraph I want to make it as a bold. What I'm going to do is cut bold here. So paragraph, right here it is started, keep the bold here and end the bold here. So save it. So the whole line will be bold. And here also I want to make bold in from here to here. What I'm going to do is start the bold here, and here I want to end, right? So end the bold here. Wherever you are starting and wherever you are ending, in between whatever you have written, so that will be applied to this text. That's it. Okay, go over here, just refresh. So you can see from here to here it is displaying in the bold. Okay, so that's it. Next tag, I tag. I is italic. Okay, I is what? Italic tag. So I want to make this first, this one in italic. Italic format means, so it's like everybody know, right? Italic format generally means it is displaying in a straight, right? F, everything is displaying in a straight, but italic means right side it will bend. All sentence or statements will be bent in the right side little bit. So that's what italic. So now what I'm going to do is my first header tag I want to display in a italic format. So the whole, right? So what is the tag? I tag. So you can start I tag and end wherever you want. I have started I tag and ending here. And in between the I tag, I added this code, save it and go refresh. So now you can see it went right side. That is called italic format. Okay. That's it. And which sentence you want to make it as italic format, keep that sentence in between the I tag. That's it. So did you observe one point? Whatever requirement I have, based on that one tags are there. And what I need to do is the text you can keep inside in between those tags only. That's it. That is a simple thing, right? Suppose see, I want to display with a header, right? I have used my text in between the tags. And paragraph, I have so used in between the tags. I have used in between the tags. So in between the tags, you can keep the text. That for that text only, the tags properties will be applied. Okay, that much easy. This one HTML. And with your eyes you are going to see, you are seeing output, right? Next, so div block. Okay, next div block. Div, very important, right? We are going to see. So let's write some. It is like a container, guys. Div is like a container, again a mini storage kind of thing. So like if you compare with your home, and 1 BHK 2 BHK rooms are there, suppose 3 BHK room. Okay, you have bought a 3 BHK room. Okay, in that 3 BHK room, where is paint? Okay, where is my properties? Yes. Something happened to my images. Yes. Okay, this is your home, and inside your home, this is 1 BHK, and this is a 2 BHK, and this is a storeroom, and this is what? Bathroom. Think in that way. Okay. Okay, here 1 bedroom and 2nd bedroom, and bathroom and kitchen room. Okay, so how so if they are constructing a building, a home, and architects or whoever it may be, they are constructing the home, right? And they will design first. Once they design, so they will draw lines on the land, and they will design based on that one. They will construct the building, right? So these are what? Blocks. So suppose if they want to design same thing in a software kind of thing, like now I am designing, right? So I can say, if you compare with HTML code, this is a whole HTML code. Think in that way. So 1 bedroom is 1 block. That means 1 div. I can so display this one with the help of div, and this is another div. This is another div. This is another div. Like that, I can display it. I mean to say, if you compare like that, so block means that one, some space is occupied. Okay, that has some space, that is called block. Okay, so div blocks, I mean to say div is nothing but a container like this. Okay, so it is like a container, however you want you can use it. So not only like that, see here, if I want to draw a picture, so from left to right, generally this is the property of the div. In a page, it occupied from left to right. Okay, and height will increase based on. It's like a paragraph tag, I told, right? It's like, but so paragraph and div both are different. Okay, div is nothing but a container kind of thing. So let's see here. Now I want to make something. Let's see here. Some text I want to display. So let me go to go here. I want to display some text. So outside so much of this space, right? Now you can see here, copy the text. Okay, and I want to make the text, right? So this text I want to display in a div. How it looks like, you can see here, div. keep all this text inside the div. Save it. Okay, and go here, just refresh the page. Okay, so now you can see here, and same text. Let's put in the paragraph tag also, no problem. Might be some people will so may have a questions. What is the difference between the paragraph and div, right? So that's what I'm showing. Okay, so let's go to inspect. What is the div tag occupied? What is a paragraph tag? Did you observe paragraph tag? Did you observe div tag? See, click on it. This is what div tag, and only blue color is there, and top and bottom it is not occupying extra space. Did you see? A red color is not there in top and bottom of the highlighted blue color div container. Exact container this one. But if you go to paragraph tag, in my elements, if you go to paragraph tag, you can see here a blue color, that is the exact container, but in top and bottom, so some extra space also taken by paragraph tag. Okay, it is like a chaina. Danda jastadi kada chaina. So e space anta nade, e space anta nade ani. It's like that. Paragraph tag is nothing but a like chaina. Okay, and div tag is nothing but a India. Think in that way. Okay, so India can occupy only their space only. They don't go for other countries' spaces. Okay, that is the difference between the paragraph tag and div tag. And CSS, so many properties are there you can do with the help of div tag also. Okay, and whatever it may be, did you observe one more point? Div occupied from left to right. Div occupied from left to right. So as of now, what are the tags we have seen? Those are occupied from left to right. Okay, next. So some people have confusion. Let me check like that. They will think, right, for them. So you can see here, just refresh it. Okay, best training, right? You can see here. Keep my div tag highlight. This is the div tag, right? Just keep div tag and see highlighted best software training and div tag occupied space from left to right. Okay, even though a little bit text is there, but the space is occupied by div tag is full. Okay, left to right, but top and bottom it won't occupy. That is called div. Next, span element. Okay, so now go to here. Suppose same best training I am going to write in a span tag. Now let's see here. Span tag means you need to open and close it, right? Okay, span, SPAN, span. Okay, and keep my text in between this one. Save it. Okay, now just refresh your page, and now you 1 second. Power. 1 second, 1 more second.
This conference will now be recorded.
Next. So, highlighted, right? So now let's see here the difference between span tag and two other tags. This is what div tag. It occupied from left to right. And go to span tag now. How much space it occupied? 141 pixel. Okay, and 17 pixel height. Leave it about the height. But you can see span is occupied only how much text you have written, so that much space only it is occupied. Okay, it is like inline, that is called inline block. That means how much, it's like suppose I'm hungry. Okay, I'm hungry and I'm eating. Okay, so if my hungry gone, till that one, till that much only I can eat it, and more than that I can't eat it. So it's like a span. I am like acting as a span. Span is nothing but like how much space, I mean how much text is there, for that text only it will occupy. Next, some people are there, they are hungry. Okay, hungry is gone till that date, and more than that also they can eat it. Okay, so those are like others, divs or paragraph or HRs or headers, whatever. Okay, it's like a silly comparison, it's okay, so that at least you can remember when you so discuss about the span, when you are going to see about the span. That's right. Next, okay, that's what. So let's increase that text. Again write something like we are trying online. Okay, save it. Some, so some more text I have added to the span and just refresh it, and now you can observe it span. Now did you observe span highlighted in the blue color till end of the text? So previously it is 141 or 171 pixel, now it is a 260. Okay, it is a 260 pixel now. Where I'm seeing the pixel on top of the blue color highlighted text, you can see, so one pop-up kind of thing is there, right? A model pop-up span, so on 260.83 into 17.33, right? So that is describing about that element. Okay, so you can see there also. Here on top, here it is displaying when I'm highlighting. Okay, that is called inline block. These two are very important, these names. So you can keep in your memory and don't keep in your notepad, don't keep in your this one. So you can keep in your memory. Block means it occupied from left to right. Inline block means so till the text right ended, till that only it occupied. That is called inline block. Okay, and now let's do add some text to the span. Okay, save it and go here and go to span. Where is my span? This is my span, and see here it is occupied, and here it is. So word break happened here, and it doesn't end, I mean it doesn't go to end also. A word break is happened here, so it doesn't go to end also. So till that it occupied. Okay, that is called span. Next, table. Okay. So a few more things I would like to tell before going to the remaining things. So let's see. Now suppose I have a requirement, and I'm talking about the real time, guys. So during that time, what happened, in that code, I want to make some changes so that the output I want to see, and I want to make this output as given by the project requirement. Okay, so in general, if you are very confident about the output, I mean exactly what you are expecting, so if you expect exactly the output will come like that, then so write the tags and write the code directly here. Suppose, for suppose, okay, and you are little bit confused about the output. Suppose your output is not accurate, so that is not like given by the project. So what you are going to do is you are going to change here again and go here seeing the output. Again changing in the code and go to browser, refresh, seeing the output. So it is a time waste kind of thing, right? So a lot of time is wasted by checking like this. Going to the code, making the changes and seeing the output is not a professional, okay, not a professional thing. So how to do it? So in that situation, you need to go to, suppose, here I want to make some italic, think in that way. I'm not confident why the italic is not coming like that. Think in that way. So I want to test it here in the page itself. I want to test it. Once I am confident and once I see the accurate output, then I can change the original code. Okay, So in that situation, what I'm going to do is inspect like that. Okay, where you want to change in the paragraph, right? Go to the paragraph exactly in the elements, go to elements. Okay, go to the exact paragraph, expand this one, and which paragraph, in which paragraph you want to make it. So and first from this to document, this what I want to make it as italic and bold. Okay, italic and bold I want to make it as. Okay, so here you can debug it. This is called like a so debugging kind of thing only, like a debugging. Okay, here only you can change it and text it, and once it is working, then go and change the original code and again see the output. Okay, now how to update the code here itself and how to check it here, how to add the tags here, right? So right click again here. Okay, again right click on the paragraph tab, keep your mouse on the particular tags and the right click, and you can see edit as HTML. Can you see? Either edit text or edit as HTML. However you want, you can do it. Edit as HTML you can do. Okay, and now in the paragraph is edited. You have edited the paragraph, and now write whatever you want. I want to make this italic, right? So what I'm going to do is put I like that, and from here to here. Okay, now next is what? Again I want to make this one as a bold also, and go over here, put B, and from you need to end, right? Once I have started, I need to end it two times, and just that's it guys, and come out and just unclick outside, and now you can see this text is changed as a bold and italic. Okay, this is changed as bold and italic. You want to observe, see in the paragraph tag again I tag is there. Okay, this is only I tag. So like that you can do it. Suppose I want to add some underline somewhere else, like here. Okay, I want to add, and if I am confident, I can go to my code and I can add there. Okay, but I'm not confident, so what I can do is I can sorry, I can go to inspect element. Here itself I can check it, and once I am confident, then only I can make changes in the original code. So you need to go to this one, right? Right click, directly inspect it. So directly your paragraph tag will be highlighted. Can you see? You want to see again? Now I highlighted in the elements, right? Header tag. See here. Okay, it header tag is highlighted. I want to go to this one, right? Right click here, just inspect, and so your mouse will be taken to paragraph tag. Okay, automatically. Suppose I want to go here directly. Suppose I want to go here. Okay, so in this part I want to go inspect there itself, and see here you directly went to do tag. Why I'm telling in real time, so many tags are there, right? And page will be much more big size page. You can see this page, see here. Suppose I want to go here, you can go directly by right click and inspect like that. Okay, that's why the inspect is so needed from here itself. So exactly that element you can keep, and you can see which one is highlighted. So paragraph is highlighted. Okay, paragraph tag is highlighted by default, so your mouse automatically and elements it go here. Next, so which one I want to make it as a last one? Where is this one? This is my first, right? So where is this? Is my first div element. Okay, this one I want to, this is my first HTML. I want to make it as what? Underline. I want to make it underline. So what I'm going to do is, it is what? Paragraph tag. If you want to edit the paragraph tag, edit as HTML paragraph tag thoroughly, fully, and this right here I want to make underline. Keep this text in between U tag. I started U tag and I'm going to end here itself, because only this text I want to display as underline. So that's it guys. So keep your mouse outside, click directly, you can see the underline here. Okay, that's it. And now you can think, I have written the code here, so what will happen? Does it so change it here? No, it will not change in the original code. If you refresh it, whatever changes you have done on the inspect element, it will go away. In the elements part, you have changed the code, right? It will go away. And again, you need to do your changes. So don't refresh now. And what changes you have done, go there and apply. Go to here and here, from here to here, right? What changes? I know the changes I have done, right? So now I'm going to make it here like that. B tag, and I need to close B tag and also I tag here. B tag close is completed. I tag close is completed. Next part is what? So where is this one? This is my, right? And here what I have done, and go here, underline tag. So you go here, underline, start underline tag and end your underline tag. Okay, save it, that's it. And refresh. Now, so the original code is changed. I have changed the original code. Now that's it. Okay, this is what you need to do in real time. This is how, not what. Okay. Okay. For HTML, this is the way of debugging. For CSS, another way of debugging is there. For JavaScript, another way of debugging is there. For Apex, another way of debugging is there. So this is a kind of debugging. For any technology, coding technologies, debugging are very necessary. Debugging or changing or whatever it may be. Okay, next. So as of now, you have seen, so all these, okay, tags. I am writing the tag and you are seeing the tag, but you don't know where to get, right? So let's go to W3 schools. Okay, directly type. Okay, shortcut also I will tell you. W3 schools online web tutorial. Few people might hear about this one, even though they are not technical about it. Because so many people will tell about W3, go W3 schools learn, go W3 schools learn, right? Yeah. Let's copy it. If you want, you can copy it, no problem. I'm just sharing here in the chat group. If you don't know. Next, here, can you see what are the technologies they have given? This is what HTML and CSS technology and JavaScript technology and server-side technologies, SQL, PHP, ASP technologies. You can learn from programming technologies, Java, C++, C, and web building technologies, something, okay, and XML technologies. So CSS references, HTML reference, CSS. So for all the technologies references, Bootstrap, see here, okay, jQuery, so many, and exercises, examples. Okay, so this is the website, so powerful website to learn basic things. Okay, let's see what we need. HTML, right? So you can directly click here if you want. Okay, you can go here, otherwise you can finally learn HTML, click on it. Okay, learn HTML, go here and you can see here, this is what HTML tutorial. These are other technologies. Okay, in the HTML tutorial you can see scroll. This is what scroll. Okay, scroll bar. Some people doesn't know, right? That's why I'm telling here scroll bar. Okay, scroll bar. You are scrolling down with the help of this bar. Okay, next. Okay, tags. Where are the tags and how to read and how to learn HTML from here, right? You don't know HTML introduction, basics, and editors. You don't need. Let's go HTML references. Go to HTML references and can you see HTML tag list? Okay, you can click on the tag list. And now again I am sharing the direct link. This is the direct link. Okay, so like that you can get, these are the tags. In old, everyone so can use any one of the tag from here only. Okay, those are given by W3 schools. Actually, so W3 arg, some arg is there. So in that arg, everything so is given and updated. All those things will be available. You don't need to go there and check it. W3 schools are enough for you. And as of now, what I taught you about the few so tags, right? See here, H1 to H6 tag. This I have told, and header tag I have told, head tag. Okay, and forget about the font, footer, those things we will see. And div tag, body tag I told, break tag I didn't tell, right? Okay. B, bold tag, see here. And let's go click on any one. Bold tag example I want to see. Just click on it. And example they will give. Okay. So HTML tags are the right, directly left side you can see here. So which tag you want to perform, right? Example you want to see, you can go to this one and try yourself, right? Click on it. Okay. Once you click on it, this is the HTML code, this is the output. Like I'm writing the HTML code like this, and with the help of browser I am able to see the output, right? Now here you don't need any browser and you don't need any save. So this is an online thing, online browser kind of thing. It's like acting as a browser. It converts, okay, output and raw code you can write it, HTML code and its output you can see here. Okay, next. So skeleton HTML, even they have not written head also. If it's not needed, you don't need to write. But in real time, so it's as a best practices, you can write head tag also. Even if you don't use, no problem. Write it, leave it as is. It won't impact anything. Okay, and whatever output you are seeing, that will be written inside the body tag only. Next, head one we have seen, right? This is the one. And paragraph P you have seen, and bold C example they have given. So how you play a game with this one? Okay, how you play a game with this one? Let's see here. I want to make this whole thing as a bold, whole thing. So let's cut. You know how to use so tag. Okay, start here and end at the end. Start and end, you know, and a tag syntax, you know, and click it. Now I made this one as a bold, and I want to make this one as italic. So only from here to here, right? So keep italic tag like this also. Here itself you can play a game directly. Okay, I made this one as italic. Okay, and only this italic I want to make this as a, or outside italic I want to make a bold, but italic I don't want to make it as a bold. So what can I do? Now here your common sense or your logic, your brain, so thought, so will help you. How do you think now? Italic I don't want to display in a bold, and outside I want to display in a bold, this whole paragraph. So this is where your brain function will work, right? So from here to here I have started bold here, I have to end here. Okay, again outside I have to start the B tag, okay, and end here. That's it. And inside italic will not display it in a bold, and outside so it will be displayed in a bold. This is called a logical. This is a small logic for HTML code, a big logics for Apex code or Java code, like that. Okay, logics. That's what you needed, logics. Okay, logical brain is needed here. Okay, that's it. If you keep on practicing this way, right, your brain will so work as a logical, okay, things also. I mean, logical way also. I mean, it will think in a logical way. You don't bother about that things. Even if you don't get so directly, I'm unable to think like that. Oh shit, what I have to do? How could I get that? Don't bother, don't worry about those kind of things. If you keep on practicing, automatically you will get it. Your brain function will work like that. Okay. Next, whatever tags you have written, suppose I have written all the code, right? So let's say I want to test it. Copy whole the code and paste it here, no problem. Run it, and you can see all my code. Okay. You can't see that header tag because this is a browser, right? That's why. This is not a browser, that's why. Okay, only in this part only we are seeing the output, that's the reason. So title tag you are unable to see here. Okay, this is another way in W3 schools, but you need to work on always. You need to work on like this, and inspect you need to work on. So this way you must know, and this way also you need to know. Okay, so both ways you need to know. Don't skip. Oh, I know this way means I don't need this way. It is needed in real time. Remember that. Okay, and practice all possible ways. So okay, next div block. Okay, div block also we have seen table. Suppose I don't know how to work with table. Suppose think in that way. Okay, next what I'm going to do is, so let's go here. What is that tag? Table tag, right? Search table tag, and left side you can see here, right? Click on it, tag list, right? Okay, here you can see here example, and also so definition and usage they will give, and you can read it. It is better to read it, remember. And if you don't understand all the other things, right, leave it as it is, and don't worry about those kind of things. And browser support also very important. Few tags will not support different browsers. Suppose think in that way. Now I have used div tag. Think div tag I have recently introduced by so old organization. Div tag is recently introduced. So div tag now it will support only by Chrome, and it will not support for this one. So in that situation, what they can display here is browser support. It will support only Chrome, and no here, no here, no here, no here. For other browsers, it will not support. And your website is used by your clients or whoever it may be. Few people will use in Internet Explorer your website, and few people will open in Opera, and few people will open in Firefox also. And for those people, your I mean this div tag and whatever that will not support. So the output will be like a zigzag, and whatever you are expecting, so in that way it will not display. Okay, accurate output will not be displayed in other browsers. Okay, but in the Chrome it will display however you are expecting, because the div element will support by this browser. I have just given an example. Okay, and div will support for all the browsers, like a table also will support, these tags will support for all the browsers. That is the so browser support. Same page if I open in another browsers, so if div element is not supported in those browsers, so the way I have defined and the way I am expecting, so it will not display in that way. That is called browser support tags. Okay, that's how it impacts. Okay, next, and forget about attributes that we will see in our CSS classes. An example, right? Let's go and let's see, this is the output. And next, and one more thing, while we are working in development, suppose you are now familiar with development, I mean to say familiar, but you don't know new things. Suppose table is a new thing you don't know. So in that situation, how can you get, so how can you understand table? You don't know. Now as of now you know how to play, how to understand about these tags, but the recently new tag came into the picture and you don't know that tag. And from W3 schools how to learn. Now you can see here, so you need to play a game, guys. It's not about the HTML, it's about any code. If any new syntaxes or any new thing came into the picture, but you know the development but you don't know that new thing, so you need to play a game. How to play a game? Like example, let me show you. This is what, so you can see month, right? So what you are going to do is observe it, tr, tr, and tr. Observation is very needed. I am removing these two trs. Let's see, control x, remove it. Shortcut is what? Control x, and run it. What happened? And again add it. What happened? So these two trs I have removed it. That means what? These bottom parts are removed. That you need to observe it. Otherwise, remove one by one. Remove bottom tier. What is this one? February and $80. Remove it. So refresh it. So February 80, the row, full row is removed. That you need to observe it. That's called play game. Next, January $100 are there. I am removing this one, and that is also gone. And next, so I am removing TH saving. So column is removed. Okay, column is removed. So like that, you need to play a game and then you can understand. This remove it. Nothing is there, one box is there. Okay, remove TR also. That is also gone. So from this one, what you understand, in reverse way you can go. So play a game is nothing but a reverse way to understand it. So table you have written. So TR you need to use. Okay. Or TR means okay, one box will be there. Like that. Let's add different TRs. I will explain what is TR and all those kind of things, guys. Just I'm telling. Okay. So it is expanded like that. Two TRs. Nothing is there. So next they have added a TH. I will tell you guys. Don't worry. Oh, TH open and closed. You know now, you understand. Oh, TH is a tag HTML tag and they open and close it. Nothing is happened, something is happened, right? Two boxes are there. Oh, so this is the skeleton. I need to understand like that. Okay, this is the skeleton. Oh, TH means boxes will be there. And if I write anything, so sample one, it will be displayed in the box. And another box is there. So that's how you can play again. Okay, that is very needed. Next. Let me tell you now table tag. Okay, so table tag, right? Let's go and check the table tag, how to work with the table tag. Very important tag. Wherever you go, it will follow you like dog. And remove all these kind of styles and whatever it may be. Right now it's not needed. Okay, I have removed all the styles. Header tag, you know, right? This is called styling. I told, right, header tag will be used some styles, some JavaScript libraries, some metadata tags for all those kind of things, right? Remove it. So these things I know very well. This code, skeleton code, head is there and body is there. Okay, some header is there. That's it. And here table tag, how to do it. So table, table is the syntax. Tag I opened, right? I need to close it. Close table tag. Okay, that's it. And write anything. This is my table. It's like as it is displaying, right? Okay. Same thing. I want to show you the output, right? There itself. How much space it is occupied, whether it is acting as a container or not. Otherwise, go to click on select, click on it. It takes you to table tag. Where is the one? Body only it is highlighting. Okay. Here it is the table tag. And can you see? It is not highlighting. That's what you need to observe it. In table tag, I have added some text. And here, this is my table. It is taking to outside. Did you observe? Where I have written the text in a table tag. But how it is doing, it is pushing that text outside to the table tag. Okay, hey, you are not my part, remember, go outside. You are not my friend, go outside. It's like that. Okay, so from this one, what you understand, oh, this is not right way of using the table tag. Okay, so what is the right way? So the right way is so table, you know, right? Let's go to the table, draw diagrams. Table, and table contains columns and rows, right? Excel sheet I showed you, right? That is also a table only. This is what? Column 1. Oh, sorry. 4. Column 3, column 4, column 5. Okay, and next row 1, row 2, row 3. It's like Excel sheet, right? So when starting, we have seen, even if you open records, our Salesforce records, right? So if you click on the go button, it will be displayed like rows, right? That is called a table. And even we have seen in reports also, right? A table format like rows and columns. See, row means from here to here. This is called row, guys. Remember that one. So from here to here, that is called row. From where? From here to, sorry, the full, this is called row. Remember that one. Okay, that is row, one row. And column means, so it goes like that. Okay, column means it goes like that. Column means, okay. Now suppose here a name I have written, student name and student address, like that, and in a single row. So this is what field 1, field 2, like that we have seen, right? And one student full details we can see in a single row, and in another row one student full details we can see, and in another row another student full details, like that. This is called rows and columns, right? So like that kind of design I want to do it with the help of HTML. How to do it? Okay, so that's what here table. Okay, let's go here. So here TR, okay, TR. Even this is also one row, header row. This is also one row. Columns are displayed, but one. Okay, so you need to remember, first you need to add TRs. Okay, this is the header part. Okay, and how many rows you want? One, see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows you want to display, right? So TRs, 5 TRs you can write. Okay, we will write later. First write one TR and we will see the benefit of the TR. Next, TD, open it and close it. Table definition is nothing but a column. So column, so syntax is what? TD. Tag you can use for that one, right? And right here, column 1. So that's it, and run it, and you can see column 1. Okay, TD. So the another thing also I will tell you guys, TH later we will see. First we can understand what is, and how many TDs we can see in a single row. Column 5, 5 TDs you can, 5 columns means 5 TDs you need to write. Okay, like that. TD, open it and close the TD. Okay, like that, 5 you can write in a single row. 4, 5. Okay, and now in each TD write like this. Okay, that's it. And now you can see column 1, column 2, column 3, like that it is. Border is not there, and if you want to add border, actually here border is there, BORDER. You can put one, that is enough, guys. Okay, so right now if you don't know about this thing, blindly follow me, just add, that's it. Don't think too much about this one. So these are attributes, I will tell you later. And right now put border equal to 1 after table, that is enough for time being. We will see this one in detail later. So can you see column 1, column 2, it is like this. Now next I need rows, like that, right? Next, so row means, so one TR means one table row. TR is nothing but a table row. TD means a table definition. Table definition is equal to column. So table row is nothing but a row, full row. In a single row, see, you can observe like that. Your observation is like single row, Okay, from left to right, one single row. And how many TDs? This is one TD, second TD, third TD, fourth TD, fifth TD. Like that you can think. So by now you can understand thoroughly. Next, I want so another like 5 blocks like. So again I need to write one more TR first. Okay, close the TR. And inside how many? So here TDs I have written 5 TDs. Like that you can add 5 TDs again. Suppose if I add 1 TD, check what will happen. So where it will be displayed? In the first TD it will be displayed. It occupies only that much space. Inline block I told, right? Like that. Mohan 1. Okay, first TD. And second TD if we add, it will be displayed like that. Third TD it will be displayed like that. Okay. So let's add other TDs also. Open and close. Like that. How many? 3, 4, 5. LR online Salesforce training. And you can see here Mohan, one column, TD, VLR, another TD, online, another TD, Salesforce, another TD, training, another TD. Okay, column 1, column 2, column. And now I can display like instead of column 1, I can say it as a name, other staff name. Okay, VLR, right? Institute name, and run it. You can see here staff name in first TR. First TR means the top one. This is the first TR. In the first column, I have written staff name. This is the first column. And in the second column, and that means second TD. Okay, institute name. And third column, training type. Online training type. And you can see the values in second tier. Okay, this is column definitions and values you can see here. Okay, training type online. And fourth one, course. Course name is Salesforce. And next one, what? Training. What is it? Training. That's it. Okay, so like that. Suppose one more row I want to add like that with the values, and again what you need to do, put TR first. This is your approach you need to follow. And again, so 5 TDs you need to add, right? Let's write TD, open it and close it. And like that you can add 5 TDs. Okay, empty TDs means so it will be like that. And if you add data, it will be like empty. Okay, that's it. Again, another data if you want, right? ABC Institute online. Course is what? AWS. Okay. So Srini, institute name ABC and online training AWS course name is teaching live. So see here how magic it is. With the help of TRTD, you are able to achieve it. One full. How many TRs now? TR1, TR2, TR3. In each TR, this is one TR and 5 TDs are there. This is one TR, 5 TDs are there. This is another TR, 5 TDs. Because of the border equal to 1, and you are able to see the border. If you don't want border, like that you can do it. And if you want a border equal to 5, increase it, no problem. So you can see the border width. This is what border width, 5 pixel, 6 pixel, like that generally. Okay, it will be like that. So that's all about the table. And tomorrow we have time up, and tomorrow we will see so ULLI article, and tomorrow we will start lightning. Along with the lightning HTML, I will show you how to do it. Okay, and from tomorrow onwards, so till today, right? You can go here and practice NAND keys. Whatever tags I have showed you and told you, go to the W3 schools. First practice here and then go to W3 schools, open the tags and practice it. Okay, check it here. Go to trial here, practice it. That is enough for today for you. And already HTML, who already know, right? You can go to so HTML, learn whatever you want. All the tags if you want to learn, no problem. Okay, learning the technology, gaining the technology is very important. You can do it. And how to go here, guys? Simply go to W3 schools. Let me show you the W3 schools. Okay, and HTML, learn HTML and go down, and here HTML references are there, right? Click on the tag list. Okay, and here what tag you want to learn or search the tag, right? So table tag I have learned. You can search it and get the tag here directly. Okay, that's all. So just recap what we have learned today class, guys. Different tags we have seen. What are the tags? So paragraph tag, HR tag, underline tag, bold tag, italic tag, div tag, table tag, span tag. So among all these tags, what is the inline block tag? Span is the inline block tag, and the remaining all tags are block tags. Okay. So what is the block tag? Meaning is if it occupies from left to right. Okay. If any tag occupied from left to right full space, that is called block tags. And inline block means like span. If any tag is not occupied fully, then so that is called inline block tags. Span I have removed it, and if you want to add any HTML, I have showed you. So like so how to do it, all this debugging things, inspecting and checking here. This is called a span tag. This is called inline block tag. It occupied only that much space. How much the text is there, that much space. And also I showed you so how to check with the different devices. Okay, with the different devices I showed you. And if you don't want, and just again click it, and you can see all the things in your desk device. And the use of the arrow is what, if you want to see the structure of that, right? You can see it, structure of this one from left to right, it occupied that tag structure, and it is highlighted. Okay, next. And I showed you how to go to W3 schools and learn it. Okay, and I showed you debugging kind of things also. Next, I told you the difference between the div tag and paragraph tags also. Paragraph tag will occupy from top to bottom some extra space like China, and div tag is like India. It won't occupy extra space. It occupies only whatever it is needed. That's it. Okay. So that's all about the recap. So not much is there, right? Any question?